Okay, so hey everyone and welcome back for another deep dive. And this time we're tackling something that I think a lot of our listeners can
Yes.
relate to, and that's self-care, but with a bit of a twist.
Yeah,
Specifically, we're looking at self-care for moms.
absolutely.
And, being a mom myself, I know firsthand how hard it is to prioritize yourself when you're constantly taking care of everyone else.
Absolutely.
But that's actually why this deep dive is so important.
Right.
We're going to be using a really helpful document called 10 Minutes to Self-Care for Moms.
I love that title.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's all about finding these like little pockets of time for yourself.
Yes.
Even when it feels like your schedule is bursting at the seams.
I think that's the biggest myth out there, right?
Yes.
Like we think as moms that we don't have time for self-care.
Exactly.
But this document, I think, really highlights why that's a misconception.
Yeah, and I'm really excited to dig into it.
Me too.
Because I'm all about those like small but impactful changes.
Yeah.
Not these big, overwhelming life overhaul.
No one has time for that,
Exactly. No one has time for that.
especially moms.
So let's jump right in. This document, 10 Minutes to Self-Care for Moms, kicks off with a really simple but powerful idea.
Okay.
Self-care isn't selfish. It actually makes you a better mom in the long run.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's so important for people to remember that because when we think of like the word selfish or the concept of being selfish, it has such negative connotations.
Yes, it does.
But when it comes to self-care, it's not about neglecting others. It's about filling up your own cup.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can pour from a full cup.
I love that analogy.
Right.
Because it's so true. When you're running on empty, you just can't give your best to anyone.
Absolutely not.
Not your kids, not your partner, not even yourself.
It's like the airplane oxygen mask, you know? You have to put yours on first before you can help anyone else.
And that's really what this document is all about.
Yeah.
Finding those small but sustainable ways to take care of yourself. So you can show up as the best version of yourself for everyone else.
I love it.
So are you ready to dive into these tips?
I am so ready. Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah.
So the first tip, and this one's called the mindfulness moment.
Okay.
And it's all about taking just 60 seconds.
Just 1 minute.
Just 1 minute
Oh, wow.
to pause and reset your mindset.
Okay. I can do that.
Right? It's like, it sounds so simple,
It does.
but it can make a world of difference.
Absolutely.
So picture this, the kids are like clamoring for snacks.
Oh, yeah. I know that scene
The
well.
laundry's piled up.
Yeah.
You're feeling that like familiar wave of overwhelm.
Feels like they can sense it too, right? Like when you're on edge, they just know.
Exactly. And that's your cue for a mindfulness moment.
Okay.
Just close your eyes, take a few deep breaths,
Live it.
or maybe think of a couple things that you're grateful for in that moment.
Yeah.
It's like hitting the pause button on the chaos
Right.
and giving yourself a chance to just like recenter.
That's such a good visual. Hitting the pause button. I love that.
Yeah. And, it doesn't have to be anything fancy. No meditation cushions, no like special apps or anything.
Just you and your breath.
Exactly. Just your breath and a minute of quiet.
And maybe a locked bathroom door.
And maybe a locked bathroom door. Yes.
Yeah.
That's essential.
Essential.
Okay. So moving on to tip number 2. And this one is all about hydration and nutrition.
Okay.
Now, before you start thinking like, oh, no, meal prepping and all that,
Right. Like I said, no one has time for that.
I know this is about keeping things super simple,
Okay.
like ridiculously simple.
I like ridiculously simple.
Yeah. So it's all about little things like, before you refill everyone else's water glasses, pour yourself a glass of water first,
Okay. I can remember that.
right? Or like when you're grabbing a snack for your kid,
Yeah.
grab a piece of fruit for yourself too,
Good idea.
instead of just mindlessly munching on like the leftover crusts.
Oh, yeah. I'm so guilty of that.
Right, or the goldfish crackers or whatever's lying around.
It's so easy to just like graze all day.
It is.
And then by dinner time, you're like, wait, I haven't actually eaten anything.
Exactly. And then you're starving and you make bad decisions.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, it's all about just like these small, conscious choices to nourish yourself throughout the day.
I love that.
Okay, so the next tip, this one's called micro movement.
Micro movement. Okay.
And I'll be honest, when I first read this one, I was a little skeptical.
Yeah.
I was like, really? Like, is a quick dance break or a stretch going to make a difference?
Yeah, that.
But you know what? The document actually makes a really good point.
Okay.
Even just a few minutes of movement can have a huge impact on your energy levels
Yeah, that's true.
and your mood.
I'm a big believer in that.
So think about it. Like, when was the last time you felt really stressed or tense?
Oh, gosh. All the time.
Okay.
Like pretty much daily.
And then you like got up and moved around a bit, even if it was just for a minute or two?
Yeah.
And didn't you feel at least a little bit better afterwards?
Yeah, actually I do. Yeah. Just kind of gets the blood flowing,
Right.
shakes things up a bit.
And it's not about like, doing a full-blown workout or anything like that.
No, this is like micro, right?
Micro movement.
Micro movement.
So it could be like putting on your favorite song.
Ooh, I like that.
And just dancing around the kitchen with your kids.
Yes.
Or like doing a few stretches while you're waiting for the pasta water to boil.
Oh, that's a good one.
Or even just like taking a quick walk around the block.
Mm-hmm.
Just anything to get your body moving and shake off that tension.
Yeah, because even that built-up tension, I feel like sometimes we don't even realize we're holding on to it.
Exactly, until we start moving.
Yeah, and then you're like, oh, wow, my shoulders were up to my ears.
Right, exactly. So yeah, micro movement, it's a simple but effective way to like boost your energy and just feel better overall.
Outfit.
Okay, next up is set a boundary.
Ooh, that's a good one.
And I think this one's probably the toughest for a lot of moms.
Oh, yeah, it's hard to say no.
It is so hard to say no.
But it's so important.
It is. And the document really emphasizes the importance of saying no to even just one thing that's draining your energy.
Just one thing.
Yeah, just one thing.
I can do that.
It doesn't have to be like this huge dramatic thing.
Yeah.
It could be like, saying no to that extra volunteer commitment.
Yeah.
Or asking your partner to handle bedtime tonight.
Oh, it's a good one.
Or even just saying like, I need 5 minutes alone and actually meaning it.
Yeah, close the door.
Close the door and actually like take those 5 minutes for yourself.
Yeah.
And, sometimes it feels selfish to say no.
It does.
But it's not.
It's not.
It's about protecting your time and energy so you can be the best version of yourself for everyone else.
It's about saying yes to yourself.
Yeah.
So you can say yes to other people.
I love that.
From a good place.
Okay, and finally we have the mini joy break.
Mini joy break.
This is where we get to indulge a little bit.
Oh, good.
So think about the things that bring you joy.
Yeah, okay.
Even if you only have a few minutes.
Yeah.
It could be reading a few pages of a book.
Love that.
Listening to your favorite song. Stepping outside for some fresh air. Whatever it is that makes you happy.
I like that.
Just take a few minutes for yourself and do it.
Like a little mini vacation.
Yes.
Excitable escape.
My personal favorite mini joy break is definitely curling up with a good book.
Oh, yeah.
Even if it's just for 5 minutes.
Me too.
It's like my little escape from reality.
Yeah. Yeah. What about you? What's your go-to mini joy break?
Oh, I think mine is actually just like having a cup of tea.
Okay.
On the porch.
Nice.
In the quiet.
The quiet's key.
The quiet is key, yeah.
Yeah.
Just a few minutes of peace and quiet.
Love it.
So there you have it. 5 simple but effective tips for self-care for moms. And the best part is they don't require a ton of time or effort.
Yeah.
Just a few minutes here and there.
Which we all have.
Which we all have.
We can find those.
We could find them.
Yes.
So the key takeaway here is that self-care is not selfish.
No.
It's essential.
It's essential.
And small steps can make a big difference.
Big difference.
So here's a little something to ponder as we wrap up.
Okay.
If you started incorporating just one of these tips into your daily routine, how do you think it would impact not only your own well-being, but also the dynamic within your family?
That's such a good question.
Would you be more patient, more present? Would it create a more peaceful atmosphere at home?
Yeah.
It's definitely worth thinking about.
I think so too.
So that's it for our deep dive on self-care for moms. We hope you found these tips helpful.
I did.
And remember, you deserve those little moments of joy and rejuvenation.
You do.
So don't be afraid to take them. And don't forget to share this deep dive with other moms who might need to hear it too.
Yes, spread the word.
Spread the self-care love.
We're all in this together.
We are all in this together.
Until next time, take care. Bye.